Beloved heart, I invite you to sign up to my mailing list, and as a result of signing up, you will get a free gift. It's a 5D rebalance tune up of all these chakras, and chakras are my specialty. So I would love to gift you with this transmission that is filled with light language and codes to help you stay balanced and tuned up during these increased frequencies of energy of this ascension, this new earth frequency. So check out the links in the notes of this show. And I look forward to connecting with you. I am sending you love. This is the transfiguration of the new you.
Hello, beloved. I am your host, Monica Bermudez, for the podcast Ascended Earth, the transfiguration of the new human. Speaking of the new human, this is a special episode that is focused on the equinox of September 2025. And it also includes a meditation towards the end of this message. And it's a meditation that can be heard at any time. It's a very powerful meditation for realignment and rebalance. Just, as we're getting into the equinox energy, which is really a gateway. It's a huge gateway after being in the heightened energy of a new moon in Virgo, um, joined by a partial solar eclipse during the day, and as well Saturn opposition to the sun and the moon. So there's a lot of celestial events occurring, a lot of which impacts us in different ways. And so the equinox falls, I would say, kind of half of like Virgo and Libra, but I'm going to focus it more like on the Libra energy because that's what it feels like more to me. There's a Libra energy balance, focus energy in the collective. So there's been so much heaviness lately, and I can feel it in the collective. And there's a sense of collective burnout, the exhaustion of unnecessary violence, witnessing inhumanity in some. Not here, to get into this victim mindset about anything, but I just feel it all with such compassion in my heart. The cycles of violence are meant to be broken through each of us and what we choose to do with ourselves, whether that be to shift ancient beliefs that keep us stuck in pain and suffering. So I offer this special message through this episode, with the intention for healing and to encourage despite the heaviness in the collective, despite what seems like a mess. And I'm speaking of this September 2025 equinox. There is greater hope than one realizes, and without sounding religious, keep the strength of the faith. And as I speak them to you, I am also speaking it to myself. I'm feeling this with you with compassion and humility in my heart. During the equinox, we arrive in the threshold of balance. The autumn equinox is in the northern hemisphere, whereas the spring is in the southern hemisphere. So twice a year, the earth herself stands in perfect equilibrium. Day and night equal, light and shadow held in harmony. So as I'm recording this, and this episode is going to be released on the day of the equinox, but I am recording this during the time that we are still in this heightened energy of this new moon, as well as the eclipse energy, which to me feels a lot lighter than the first one that we had in September. And it certainly feels like a whole rebirthing as well. But as I was sharing about this whole harmony of the light and shadow, I spent my Sunday with a lot of birds, and specifically the bird was the owl. So every time I see an owl, I admire them so much, right? They have so much symbolism to them. They symbolize the ability to see through the darkness, and they thrive in the shadow, but they're able to see, through anything that is of the shadow. And also to me, they represent that death and rebirth, which is like a shadow and a light and a balance of the two. So there's so much wisdom and medicine from these birds themselves. And so they are very significant. So I really enjoy my time spending a new moon and eclipse with the owls, which is a perfect theme for this month's new moon in Virgo, as well as the partial solar eclipse, which eclipse is really about a death and rebirth, is about a conclusion. It's about, rebirthing as well and completing cycles. So, but this equinox of September 22nd, 2025, and the number 22, which plays a role in the two light and shadow as well, again, you're representing these two harmonizing, number representation as well. September 22nd, 2025 carries an even deeper magic. We are still inside the bubble of this partial solar eclipse and Virgo new moon from the day before. The veils are thin, the energies are amplified, the collective field reset. And now Libra, the sign of balance, harmony, and healing through relationship, breathes its wisdom into the cosmic dance. And this is a sacred moment to pause, breathe, and realign. The equinox whispers of balance. Libra teaches us that balance is not about perfection, but about harmony, the dance between the inner and outer, the self and other, the shadow and light. With the Virgo new moon, plus the eclipse energy, the cosmos is asking us what within us longs to be purified, what needs to be healed so we can walk in greater wholeness. Where are we over giving or under receiving in relationships, in work, or in service? And Saturn's presence in this, which is in opposition during the eclipse season, also reminds us this balance of boundaries. Healing requires responsibility, wholeness requires devotion. The equinox is an invitation to release the weight of what no longer serves, to embrace both shadow and light as equal teachers, to anchor new patterns of harmony in the quantum field, not just for ourselves, but for the collective. When we heal in balance, we ripple that healing out into the web of life, the tree of life. So now we jump into this meditation. But first, before we get into the meditation, let me just share a few more words. The equinox is not just a seasonal turning point, it is a cosmic heartbeat. When the axis of the earth aligns with the great breath of the universe, day and night bow to one another as equals. Shadow and light embrace, and the veil between realms thins. This year, the equinox is magnified 1,000-fold. We are still within that bubble of that partial, new moon solar eclipse. And that's a profound reset. Eclipses are cosmic wild cards, rewriting our soul contracts and shifting our quantum timelines. A new moon plants new seeds. Together, they are a reset of destiny. Now, layered upon this comes the Libra equinox, the sacred scales of balance. Libra is the keeper of harmony, the weaver of beauty, the reminder that every polarity is part of the whole. Shadow is not enemy of light, it is a dance partner. And in this moment, the trinity of eclipse, new moon, and equinox forms a holy chord. a resonance that calls us to step into the balance of our own being. This is where healing becomes possible. Healing is not fixing what is broken. It is remembering that we were never broken. It is allowing shadow and light, past and future, divine and human, to stand together within us as one. And that is the new human. And as we breathe into the sacred moment, we're not only finding balance for ourselves, we are anchoring balance into the collective field, weaving harmony back into the grid of humanity and the earth as it once stood in ancient civilizations, as Mu and Atlantis would often celebrate the equinox and celebrate it as a integral part of a holiday, because it really is, it really is a point of celebration for this whole harmonizing, this whole balance, and the whole emphasis behind the Libra sign as well. So now let us get into this quantum connection with the quantum field, and know that you can always listen to this at any time as we are now starting to get into the meditation itself.
Unlock your limitless potential with the monthly multiversal circle of creation. This sacred quantum manifestation ritual will awaken your inner power and connect you to the successful versions of yourself across the multiverse. Clear blocks, amplify your creative energy, and set powerful intentions for abundance, love, and possibilities. Activate your galactic aspects, recalibrate your nervous system, and manifest your dreams with cosmic clarity. Available in person and via Zoom. Join us for this transformative experience today.
So I will try to pause in some areas, but just know that you can always pause it for longer time if desired. So now I invite you to this meditation as you get yourself comfortable in the best position in a quiet place. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. With each inhale, draw in starlight. With each exhale, release the heaviness of the old. Allow your body to soften, your heart to open, your spirit to awaken. See golden roots flowing from your body deep into the crystalline core of Mother Earth. Her heartbeat rises to meet you. Feel her pulse within your chest, her rhythm and yours becoming one. Now, before you, a bridge of light appears. Silver on one side, gold on the other, merging together at the center. This is the Equinox bridge and the gateway threshold. The threshold of balance. Step into it gently. Feel the energies of night and day, shadow and light, flowing in harmony as you walk. At the center of the bridge, glowing in starlight, stand the scales of Libra. One side holds your shadow, the old fears, the doubts, the griefs you've carried. The other side holds your light, your wisdom, your gifts, your joy, and radiance. Watch as the scales balance perfectly, not by erasing one side, but by honoring both. And as you gaze upon the scales, a sphere of shimmering light descends from the cosmos. It carries the equinox codes of balance and healing, and this sphere rests gently in your heart, activating a new remembrance. And you say, I am the union of shadow and light. I am whole. I am balanced. I am eternal harmony. And breathe these words into your being. Let them ripple into your cells, your DNA, and your quantum timelines. Now see your heart radiating this balanced light outward, first to your loved ones, then to your community, then to the earth, and finally into the infinite multiverse. With each ripple, harmony spreads, restoring balance across the grid of life. Take a deep breath and place your hands over your heart. Feel the scales within you, steady and whole. Whisper gratitude to the earth, the cosmos, to your own soul. Many blessings for this equinox, dear beloved one.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to click like, save, and share with others so they can also experience what you just experienced. And stay tuned for some more high vibe episodes. And I'll be connecting with you in the next quantum field. Sending you so much love.